Hi, I'm Al, this is Nathan, and this is James, and we're Project Thoth.
So we, as a nation, have a problem. That problem is word crimes. We envisage Project Thoth as the next step in eradicating this problem once and for all.
So Project Thoth is a Firefox plugin, and when you enable it, it sends the HTML of the page that you are viewing to our web server, which corrects grammatical and spelling mistakes in the plain text before sending it back to be viewed in your web browser.
So we're going to run a demonstration now. I think James knows what he's doing here. So
here you can see we've done a demo website with grammatical errors, unnecessary extra exclamation marks and things. So in the top right-hand corner, it's our Firefox plugin. You click it to activate it, and it turns on. And then once you refresh the page, if everything goes well,
Takes a little while.
all the errors are fixed, and you can enjoy your web page without errors.
So these are the technologies that we've used. Nathan has written a JavaScript Firefox plugin which intercepts the HTML traveling to your web page and sends it off to a C# web server, which he also wrote. This then calls a number of Python scripts which James and I have written, which can do quite a few things, including correcting poor spelling. This uses a piece of statistics called Bayes' theorem, which I've explained in the comments in the code, but it's probably not worth explaining now. We can do things like abbreviations, so the letter U to the word U, or things like LOL or BRB. And we can also fix capitalization, such as when you have too many capital letters or too few, it will do things.
So the most important source of open data that we used in our projects was probably the Scow Dictionary, which contains about 600,000 English words and names. And we can use this to identify proper nouns that need capitalizing. And we also used several books from Project Gutenberg, which were copyright free. And this was how we trained our spell checker.
So as a weak project, there's obviously things we'd like to take this further with. So if we had more advanced natural language processing, it'd allow us to add more complex grammar rules, such as the difference between the different versions of your. We'd like to add a Chrome plugin as well to reach a wider audience. We could add whitelisting and blacklisting, so certain websites don't automatically use Project Thoth. And if we could get an SSL certificate, it would allow us to encrypt our transmissions to the web server and let us use Project Thoth on HTTPS websites.
So this is something that's just come up in the past 24 hours. We've started talks with a professor of marketing at Oxford Brookes University who is doing data analysis, or they're mining data from Twitter feeds to try and work out what the customers want. But the problem is their miner can't actually handle words which it doesn't know. It can't handle normal Twitter language. And they've asked us if we can help them using Project Thoth in order to automate the conversion of sort of text speak into proper English.
So thank you very much. Do the judges have any questions?
Yeah, I think you might have just answered a bit. I was going to ask what you think the business value of this is versus a standard spell checker.
So this does quite a bit of spell check stuff, sort of grammar stuff. But the point is, it does it on the website. It does any website if we have if we can use HTTPS when we have an SSL certificate, we can basically translate or filter any HTML-enabled website, which is virtually every website out there.
I mean, it's great. You've created Google Translate for those people who can't use grammar or spell. Thank you.
Any more questions from judges?
I have one question. So what happens if it comes across a word that's not English?
At the moment, it will probably try to spell check it, and it will probably fail if it's too different to any English words. That is a problem, though we could also, certain parts of it, we could quite easily flip to use another language. So the spell checker, you just have to feed it with books from another language, and you'd have to find a similar thing to the Scow Dictionary for other languages, and it could run.